Hello, my name's Alicia. In this video, I'll show you the help available to interpret difficult handwriting and how to manipulate images for greater visual clarity. The best source for interpreting difficult handwriting is the handwriting on the document itself. To decipher letters that are difficult to read, look for the same letters in familiar words elsewhere in the document or in another image by the same author. On this type of marriage record, the groom is usually listed first, but on this one, the bride is listed first. It's always worth checking to ensure that you enter the names in the correct fields. At the top, the bride's name is initially not clear, and the county name is somewhat difficult as well. Moving down, the county name is here again, but a little clearer this time, with the first letter recognisable as a D. A search on the internet showed that there is an Ashburton in Devon, England. In the county name, the second letter, E, is the same as the first letter in the bride's name. Further down, the bride's name is repeated, and it is now clear as Emma. For a batch with multiple images like this, you can move between images by clicking the right and left arrows on the image gallery, or by clicking a thumbnail. The current image is highlighted by a blue frame. To show images from other batches in this project, click the split screen icon on the image toolbar or click Data Entry, then Show Reference Images. The image area is split into two panels with the current image in the left and a reference image in the right. You can navigate between these images using the arrows or click one to have it display. The thumbnail with the red outline is the reference image currently displayed. These images comprise the current 5 images in the batch, plus a number of images before and after them in the project. This means that you can compare images in the current batch side by side and compare images in the batch with images in prior and succeeding batches. By having more images to compare side by side, you can more easily decipher individual letters and difficult words. You can drag the vertical divider to change the proportion of screen allocated to the left and right panels. Each panel has its own image control toolbar to adjust the display of the image to make it more readable. Use the menu or the image toolbar to revert to the current image. Increase the image size. Reduce its size. From this toolbar, you can rotate the image left or right if it is not oriented correctly. Image 3 is rather faint, but its display can be adjusted to make it easier to read. Click Adjust Image. Then adjust the brightness and contrast as required. Click Apply to save your changes or Cancel to leave the image unchanged. Use the Invert option to toggle between black text on a white background and white text on a black background. If your mouse has a scroll wheel, you can hover your mouse over the required image and rotate the wheel to zoom in or zoom out. Double-click an image to enlarge it. hold down the Shift key and double-click the image to reduce its size. Move the image by clicking and dragging it to the desired position so that you can examine its contents more easily. Various examples of handwriting can be seen by clicking the Handwriting Examples icon on the toolbar. Now I'll explain how you make entries for difficult handwriting. If there's a single letter that you cannot decipher, you replace it with a question mark. For several unknown letters in a row, you enter an asterisk. If you cannot decipher anything for a particular field, click the first question mark icon to mark the field unreadable. Or, using the keyboard, press the key combination Ctrl-U for Windows or Command-U for the Mac. For nothing decipherable in the whole record, click the second question mark icon. Mark the record unreadable or press Ctrl-Shift-U for Windows or Command-Shift-U for the Mac. Some handwriting can be difficult to read at first, but as you become more familiar with it, you'll find that it does become easier. However, if you find that there's much that you just cannot work out in a batch, don't despair. You'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you did your best. And remember that we're all working together, and another indexer may benefit from the work that you've already completed and be able to finalise the batch through the efforts that you've already made.